What's going on, guys? Days here, back from the DMV, and I usually treat the internet like a zoo. I walk past the exhibits, see the lions, see the tigers, the monkeys flinging shit at each other, and I just kind of point and laugh and enjoy it. But today isn't one of those occasions. Today, it's a lot more serious with something that is very serious and affects even me as a YouTuber. Copyright claims. Yeah, the system that literally was made in the 1990s. You can look it up. I mean, in internet years, this shit is basically as old as the fucking Mayans itself. And a YouTuber named Coldraven's Nest actually just got one on his channel falsely by another YouTuber named Gay Roommate. Now, let's rewind a bit. How did we get here? So, on July 8th and July 27th, Coldraven uploaded his videos about the fluffy pony rabbit hole. Now, you might be sitting there. What is a fluffy pony? And it's something I can't really describe. It's something you have to witness and see for yourself, like a fucking Picasso painting or some shit. That's what I did. So I went to this individual's channel, Gay Roommate, and it's them voice acting over art of ponies getting tortured in the most horrific ways possible. Like, literally, fucking Tom and Jerry, Wile E. Coyote ways, but, like, with more blood and guts and shit like that. The first video I saw was a, commercial parody of a bunch of baby ponies getting sucked out of their mothers and aborted because they shit everywhere. And the entire time, you know how, sometimes you'll do, a baby voice to talk to your pet, like, oh, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? That's the exact voice that this Gay Roommate person uses to talk about these videos. And it's some of the most gross and degenerate stuff I've ever seen. So, of course, Raven saw this and decided to make some content about it, just making fun of it and, talking about how weird it is. Clear parody and clear fair use. However, 2 weeks later, only a couple days ago, Gay Roommate put a copy strike on Coldraven. Obviously, this is absolute bullshit, because if there was, such a pressing concern for copyrighted material within your project, why didn't you just, copyright it immediately? Because you were aware of Coldraven this entire time. You knew about him and you even thanked him. Why would you copy strike someone that's directly leading to your success? It's not like he's leeching off of you. It's not like he's clout chasing. It's not like he's clout farming. He has twice the following you do. You're benefiting from it, so what's the problem? As you can even see in the community post she tried to use to explain herself, keyword tried, she admits she took the video down over criticism. See, she kind of contradicts herself as well. And for the fans he's sending here, again, Coldraven has sent no one to harass you. This is the typical thing. I've said this over and over again. All these YouTubers do, this is like their fucking go-to move, is to say, oh, I'm getting harassed, I'm getting death threats. No one is sending that to you. They're just making fun of you because you're weird and you're a child who can't handle it. Oh, before I forget, you might be wondering, how old is this person? Well, Gay Roommate is alleged to be in her 30s to 40s and a teacher. If that doesn't say how fucked the education system is nowadays, I don't know what is. Do you think if she's a kindergarten teacher, do you think she reads to, her, her kindergartners, or, for frickin' rug time or whatever in that same voice? That's just weird to think about, that she uses the same voice to, read fucking Jack and the Beanstalk to toddlers, and then, do it to ponies being fucking dismembered and skewered like rotisserie chickens. Just, I don't know, man. I just find it very ironic that Coldraven is half your age, yet he's acting like twice the adult you are, and has given you, plenty of chances to remove this copyright strike and not turn it into anything bigger. It's not a false copyright claim. He used the entirety of one of my voiceovers. It's not protected under fair use for a multitude of reasons. And now the artist is involved as well, since I made the voiceover at their request. First of all, why didn't you copyright the entire video then? Raven showed that you only copyrighted a section of it where he has the video paused. Are you literally trying to copyright his own voice, you dumb Neanderthal? What the fuck is wrong with you? you. She later contradicts this by saying, I have done my best to ignore him since your guy was bringing in views and subscribers. So she's admitting here that she's, getting support and getting praise, because why would these people be subscribing to you to hate on you? That makes no sense. But the whole having a follower draw an effigy of me who they thought was me, looking afraid, cowering, hand raised, all because he doesn't approve of my content. Yikes. I mean, you're literally someone who profits off of cartoon ponies getting fucking dismembered. I don't think you can claim the moral high ground in this one. But yeah, what that's in reference to is the fact that Gay Roommate and another individual by the name of Magenta Demon have a similar avatar. So, this led to Coldraven mistaking them and often, having the artist that he's working on for his comic commission. Which is another detail I didn't even get into. It's like, you say that Coldraven is hating on you so much and he's so disgusted by you and he just wants to see you fail when he's making an entire pony comic. And you know what this horrible effigy is? You know what this disgusting, symbol is? It's art of her crying and getting pooped on by the ponies that she voiced over getting killed. This has been done countless of times. I mean, this is just standard parody or critique that any adult cartoon does. You've seen it a dozen times. One of the examples I can think of off the top of my head is, Just a Worm and all the different pictures he makes of YouTubers. Like, he doesn't discourage. Do you think, like, Mudahar is going out there, copy striking, the art that Just a Worm made because it's of his face? No, because that sounds fucking stupid. No one does that. Basically, Coldraven is just making a Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe parody, but instead of it being Deadpool, it's just a bunch of fucking ponies. Another big problem in this is the fact that when you copy strike someone on YouTube, you have to send them your full legal name and your address, along with, a lot of other identifying information. Now, this is especially a big problem because Gay Roommate has a history of being a serial doxer. And, Coldraven has made it clear in the past that he doesn't live by himself. He has other people living with him, so now you're potentially putting Coldraven in a situation where he has to give his personal information over to a serial harasser and doxer when he has people living at his house. You're dragging innocent people into this stupid fucking pony feud because you can't be happy with the fact that he's making a comic making fun of you and your ego's that fucking massive, just like your forehead. God damn. Bitch, that thing is so massive I could land a fucking fleet of F-22s on there and still have space for Thanksgiving dinner. But you know what? Let's play devil's advocate for a second. Maybe Gay Roommate has been very, very busy. I mean, the school year just started up, and, maybe those kindergartners are freaking running circles around her. Maybe she hasn't had time to respond. Oh, what's that? She posted a video 2 days ago? Oh. So, yeah, as you can see, Gay Roommate is just clearly ignoring this and just letting the copy strike stay up. And there's been a lot of different comments that she has also left as well, so let's go take a gander at those. I'm all for good-natured laughs and genuine critique, but once it crosses the line into implied violence towards me, nah. Just because I put out content someone doesn't approve of doesn't mean I deserve that. What the fuck do you think Coldraven's gonna do? Do you think it's gonna be like that one episode of South Park where Cartman trained a pony to bite Scott Tenorman's dick off, but instead, Coldraven's gonna train a pony to shit on your forehead? No one's advocating for anything against you in real life. Again, they're just taking a caricature, a cartoon of you, and making fun of you, getting pooped on because you talk about ponies pooping, and ponies, dying and getting aborted for it. His use of the video isn't fair use, like his followers are insisting, because it's not transformative, informative, and is actively harming my channel at this point. Oh, but you just said that you were benefiting from subscribers. Which is it? Are you being hurt by Coldraven's videos, or are you being blessed by them? Is this the greatest miracle since sliced bread? I don't think we're gonna get an answer on this one. This is fucking Schrodinger's pony here, holy shit. Another thing that I saw a Gay Roommate criticize Coldraven for was the fact that, he's just a clout chaser and he's just in things to make money. First of all, he's in Mondo Gore. Like, he literally talks about, you know, shock tapes and stuff like that, like 2 girls, 1 cup, and, you know, the Mexican cartel beheadings. That shit is, like, the hardest things to monetize on YouTube. Like, literally, you'd probably be better off just turning on your camera, shouting a bunch of slurs at the mic, and uploading that, and getting money off of that, than, you know, fucking trying to monetize Mondo Gore. If he just wanted to clout chase, why wouldn't he just do something like talk about, you know, fucking Mr. Beast, you know, it being the end for Mr. Beast 13 times in a row? It gets even more funnier when you realize that this person has a Cash App in their fucking bio. Yeah. You can't make this shit up. So, you know, if you were just really inspired and touched by, you know, this reading of a pony getting beheaded, you know, in a fucking voice that sounds like Ike from South Park, you can throw a couple dollars to them. How the fuck are you gonna criticize anyone else, you know, for making money off of you when you literally have a fucking tip on this dude? But with that, I just have one thing to say. Copyright striking anyone to suppress criticism is disgusting. There's no place on YouTube for it, especially with the fact of how outdated their laws are. And let me say this, gay roommates, you are going to lose. You know why? Because there's this thing called legal precedent. There's, you know, groundbreaking cases that establish a precedent of how the law is going to rule. Now, I don't know if you remember, but a while back, one of the guys that H3H3 called out tried to sue him, and he fucking won and gutted them out. So the fact that you think you're above that is genuinely baffling to me. There is a precedent of YouTubers getting justice for bullshit copyright claims. And I hope that you get your channel deleted, because you genuinely are a disgusting person. I almost forgot to include this, but if you look on the Fluffy Pony subreddit, they talk about the fact that Gay Roommate was actually banned from their Reddit. Imagine that! Your own community of Fluffy Pony freaks fucking ejected you out. If that doesn't speak volumes about your character, I don't know what will. Again, the fact you're willing to bring, you know, the people around Coldraven who live with him into this is fucking disgusting. You are a fundamentally bad person, Gay Roommate. You are the person who doesn't deserve a platform. And I can only pray that when the dust settles and all of this is over, that when I click on your channel the next time, it's gonna have that little, you know, sideways face and say channel terminated. Finally, I'm putting up the bat signal here. I'm sending out this message to any commentary channels that have any pull, anyone at all, no matter how big or how small. Please spread this. This needs to spread like wildfire, because the copyright system is something that affects us all. No matter what you cover, you know, if you're fucking Mudahara talking about deep web browsing, or you're Turkey Tom talking about how big of a shit Destiny took, we need to unite in this. We can't leave anyone behind and tell them that this is okay to keep doing. They have a history of doing this, and it needs to stop now. The buck stops here. You made your choice, Gay Roommate. You had time to make and think about your actions. And just like the Great Wings of Redemption says,
consequences have actions, pimp.